This is Coffee with Brogan. I'm sitting with Tierra and Amanda. I'm gonna go sit down, we're gonna get started. Thank you both for being here. My name is Brogan. Like I had said, Coffee with Brogan. I'm a non-binary American. My pronouns are both he and she, sometimes they, as a tool to help people be introduced to the infinite expansion and ever-changing reality of gender identity and expression. And honestly, the only reason that I get online and to make content is to connect with LGBTQIA people and our allies all over the world, making it safe, making it cool, and making it awesome to be queer and here and doing business in America. So, Tierra, Amanda,
who am I?
I know too much about you both. So, I don't know where to
Our
start.
day yesterday, seen lots of me, and yes.
How did we get together? This is such a nice surprise.
It is a nice surprise. So, we were wandering, being blown by the wind, and Philly, and then how did we get to, we got to New York for the day, yes, and just happened to see that Brogan yelped a local business in, was it Brooklyn?
It was Brooklyn,
Yeah, Brooklyn. But yeah, we spent the day at the beach because we needed a reconnection. We needed to have fun. I'm escaping business and life and do we want to call it? Not homelessness. Home searchedness. On a journey. Period.
As everybody is when they get here. So that's what the Mansion Project is all about, is finding your way to a space where you are happy to be proud and be expressing your journey as exactly as you are. Tierra is a business owner. We went to college together. Also a mother of one, and somebody who I think is probably the strongest promenader of what is holding space anywhere I go. I mean, we were at the beach yesterday and you were able to hang out at Jacob Riis Park with so many different bodies, so many different people, amazing. And you made yourself so comfortable.
Like, sometimes I feel like I make myself too comfortable, and I don't know if it's a strength or a weakness. Like, I don't know if I'm, doing life really well or annoying people, but I just felt comfortable. Like, I found myself telling other people, this is where I belong, but I literally say that about everywhere because I just feel like I make myself comfortable in spaces. So, like, just being out there and being topless and having conversations with people, and, like, nobody cared. First of all, nobody cared. They're like, oh, this chick, brought her child.
Can I say, it was like the opposite. It was like, people did care. Everybody was very excited that Tierra was there with her child and Braxton and
I didn't think anything of it.
Everybody loved it. That's what the beach is about.
We were, very accepted. It was a very comfortable space. I was there and it was so comfortable that I didn't feel like there were as many people as there were around us. Like, I didn't feel like there was an incredible amount of eyes on us, though maybe you guys saw that. Like, I didn't feel that way, so I guess that's kind of why I say nobody cared, because it was literally it was just so inviting. It was such a good experience. I love that. It was definitely a great break from my everyday of feeling like I'm forcing myself business-wise into spaces and no, you're going to make, a place for people who look like me or feel like me or working as hard as I work. But yeah.
It was awesome to have you in a day of relaxing. Yeah. And Amanda was the champion chariot on the way there. So Amanda, where are you coming from and how did you enjoy it?
I absolutely enjoyed it. I'm coming from North Carolina, where I work as a bartender, but I just wanted to get some travel in. Tierra and I were on a road trip, been friends for 10 years, so it was an opportunity for us to be able to go out and kind of explore a little bit. So yesterday with the beach specifically, oh my gosh, the community was just the vibes were unmatchable. And
The
that's
vibe,
the only
that's
way
the
to
word.
describe the vibe.
Vibe check. 100%
Yes, and like
pass.
the like gazes were welcome gazes. I definitely never felt like outcast or uncomfortable. Everybody was very welcoming and warm. There were some adorable like puppies out there. Even just somebody walked over and was like, here's jellyfish eggs. Like everybody was so incredibly friendly and welcoming. And then to come back here, this was such an amazing space for like the mansion project to be able to kind of help supplement like such a beautiful space.
What a good point. I mean, yeah, I think that was, I love so much that the two of you made it here. I mean, we haven't been able to connect in, I think, 5-6 years? It's been a long time. And this mission, I think a lot of the times, social media and communication online can get very confused. But giving two close friends of mine who've known me for a very long time the opportunity to see what the mansion project is in action versus like what you're seeing, I'm just thrilled about that people who know me that aren't in the space where like they're coming to the project where like me, we're sort of building it out or learning together. You all know me and you've seen what I've done before. You've been a part of other projects. So like coming to this and it making sense and being able to be easy for you, I'm like,
and being around a catalyst of change like that, though, that's an entirely different energy.
And that to me is so huge.
Thank you for your work.
Because it's like I needed, so often I feel like we overlook different things on social media. It's so easy to scroll by and you see, different personalities and you have so many of them, not, like,
wow.
you like they're needed, they're necessary. Like the ones that are absent, you fill the feed with. It's like, okay,
this is what you need today, and I'm like, yes, living. But to be able to scroll past things like that, but then know Brogan as somebody that I know and love from college, and who wrote a left-handed note to my child when I was pregnant, that I still have, but that be something that's now a keepsake. But to have to be back in touch with like the core of why you're doing things, and the personalities like show. It's the mansion project itself is like something that's so multifaceted. Like it's just so many parts. And just speaking to you about like the different things that you're trying to do, so amazing. Like, and I just can't like say enough how much I am living for the fact that you're like bringing all of these things in together, because that's like, as a brand myself, registered and official.
Hey.
Okay. But like
owners.
I know how many things I want to put my hands into. So I think like having you be able to represent different areas of yourself and be so comfortable, like I love that. And I'm glad that you have these spaces to be able to let people do that. Like the room full of art, and like there's so many different things to look at and like colors and but it's still such a like, it's what you were saying, like like it's just a comfortable vibe. Like I just felt
space.
Like
there's life here. Between like the plants and the colors, like there's never anywhere to be bored, but there's so much comfort. It's just surrounding. It's like a little hug. Thank you, Mansion Project Hug. Like
that makes me so happy. I mean, I don't even know how to say this affirmation is just wild for me, because sometimes I'm sitting in these spaces by myself, or I secure a space in a different town by myself, and no one really wants to take advantage of it. Or as we grow and learn and figure out how this project can benefit our community of people who want to be a part of it, those are the moments for me that I'm like, this affirmation means everything, because I am sometimes staring at walls and thinking like, how did we come up with a society where there's space and all this capital and all of these resources where we're not taking advantage of them, and we're not providing access to them that is a comfortable hug, that is a safe, I'm gonna fall asleep here tonight and everything's gonna be good. Like the fact that that's something that in our lifetimes is such a reality that we all resonate with, but then together we can come and say, well, this is all it really takes. That's my dream, that we can just keep pushing forward and using, I personally use my art as a message to drive people through my art to the project, Tierra, you run a whole business. I know that you're slowly, making transitions in your life where bartending is something that you do, but I've heard a lot of, I think that, and I said this to you, I think that sector, like being a bartender, that is literally, I will not work with anybody that hasn't been a bartender. So like,
It's the hospitality component.
You hold it down,
Yeah.
so,
Bartending is like, bartending had literally changed my life, and it gave me so many skills that I feel like would never, like, you have to figure out how to put it on a resume, but they translate so well to real life, and especially business ownership. Like, there's so many things as a bartender that I'm like, listen, I'm gonna go in your space and I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, and like curating an experience for someone. Someone walks in and they're like, I don't really know, I want something sweet. I'm like, what? Or they're like, just give me a beer, and you're like, okay, which was the mean?
yeah.
What does it mean? Okay, like, here's a beer. So like being able to figure out what it is someone wants and like create that experience for them, like, and with there being so many people in the world that just need like a world hug, like I just need a warm, comforting space. So like to create those spaces, I don't think there's enough of that. And with my business, I'm like running, I told you before, like I want to kind of like, I feel like we're running in parallel to each other. I want to create a mobile space to do that, but to then have you with access to a network in different places that I may, go, because I have a child and I kind of have to be here most of the time. To like, my mobile space is literally trying to give people that hug they need. Like, just come and, if you need to like play video games with my kid, or like with yourself, like play video games, or like play board games, swing on a swing, nap in a hammock.
I celebrate you for this, and you too, in the way that, I, as a bartender and being able to come up here with Tierra, I think that this is something that is so understated and undervalued within our generation, is that we grew up knowing that our careers and our jobs, we were going to have to be very versatile in the way that we showed up in the world.
Yes.
Now, I think that one thing that you're experiencing in your access to living, and I myself in the last 5-10 years have really learned to navigate, is Americans are people who, in this next wave, we're going to be, we keep talking about climate change, and we keep talking about, stewarding our environments, and that's very much what the Mansion Project is about, in the way that you're very skilled. You've been able to witness that your skills and your knowledge, bartending, business owning, together can transfer to different places and still
absolutely.
Provide people an incredible experience. So, the movement here is allowing us to let go of this idea that we have to own that house with a white picket fence, and saying that I'm somebody who does have a body that I can go camp in the woods for a week and shower once. I'm not saying that's everybody's vibe, but like allowing our minds to just expand a little bit around what is sustainable for us, what is home, what
do you
what
really need that? And if you do, like, and I think creating a space to be able to say, like, if that's something that means something to you, like, if, like, last night you say you can have the bed, like, you guys, and I'm like, no, we sleep on couches, like, we literally will sleep in a Prius, because we've done that too. Like, to have a space where you can get what you need, and like, really, I've come to realize within the past year that I don't necessarily need the big house and to have all these spaces and to have multiple bathrooms and hi.
You gonna introduce yourself?
Hey guys.
Hey,
We're doing a channel. What would you like to say?
You want to make?
Can you introduce
You
yourself?
want music?
we got music.
That music boy.
Whoa, come on.
Nice.
Okay, everybody, this is Braxton. He's coming in to bully us in the middle of our episode. Tell everybody hi.
Hi.
What's your name? How old are you? And what are you doing in New York City?
this music.
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you have fun?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's mine.
We're gonna just.
You slap this.
Yeah, we don't slap it. All right, thank you.
It
You
does
want to
glow.
take this? Bye, Braxton.
What the?
So important
Who
though.
doesn't need a cameo?
So
So,
it's like speaking to community.
goodness.
Like this
So
is
silly.
this is beautiful. It's just life.
exactly.
It's just, and I mean, none of that was, you know what I mean? It was fun. Like, it's just Braxton.
Yeah, that's
Just here.
It's part of the space.
That's
So
every day.
That's what we do here is, as the Mansion Project and as people who are creating content to get people to connect online, is pulling you out of that world where, like we had said, living in the white picket fence is the only thing. Braxton, look. This is the reality. Like this is what we do. So pulling ourselves into the world where the white picket fence, where everything looks all clean and pretty, that's just not real. Like we've got a whole different beautiful life
Bye,
somewhere.
Braxton.
Where all different types of minds, experiences, and people are really what come together to make a family, to make a space, and make it fun. So,
And it just reiterates that we're all social beings and like opportunities for projects like the Mansion Project, like allow us to be able to make those connections and kind of like continue to foster that community and that growth. Honestly, it would be fun to have him at a pool right now. And that could be somewhere at a different location. It could just be a drive down the road, and that's amazing.
well, and I think the important part is that, you know, our work here, like it makes space for Braxton. You know,
Yes.
Braxton's not, he's a part of our space.
Yeah, and I never felt like, you know, it wasn't gonna be, like it wasn't okay for him to be here, like that he wasn't as safe. Like as a 6-year-old, that he wasn't as safe as I felt. Like it wasn't like, you know, oh, I'm here, but it's not necessarily like,
Yeah.
you know.
The only
we're
reason
gonna
he's
be
not in
fine.
our video is mostly because he's much more interested in playing games than talking
Yes,
to
he doesn't care about
us
anything
about.
that's going on. But
So he would be here, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just doesn't. I'm not sure Braxton's like, and this is what I personally love about children and the future of kids being more part of the spaces of the project is. This project is for everybody, and I think that children are going to help us understand how this project can be creative. I think a lot of our people are coming to this from creative backgrounds, but like that youthful, I mean, that coming in, come on. What other YouTube sensation stars can have an interrupted cameo and still show up within our timeline? Come on.
Absolutely. And
So-
that's what my business has been about, you know, a lot of the care space that I'm looking to create with my mobile boutique is that, you know, I have to find ways to work where I don't have childcare.
Right.
And I've struggled, that's something I've struggled with and so many parents struggle with. So being able to, you know, travel and know that it's a safe place for us to lay our head and like, I want to do business in this place, but you know, I'm going to have to pay more in order to access spaces that are safer because you get what you pay for. And it's like, why do I need to, you know, pay hundreds of dollars to stay for the night when all I'm trying to do is make a way for us? So I really valued that, you know, I had access to something like this space that you know, my child is safe and he can be himself and I can get done what I need to get done. But with like, it's such a nice space. But like, I have to figure out how to incorporate my child into not just my everyday life, but like business. So with the bus, I've tried to like, you know, swings and hammocks and sensory things and kind of, which me as an adult, I love too.
And you're doing it.
Yeah.
You mean, I mean, like literally, like we're here right now, and you're doing it. You know, Braxton comes into the space, you do it. So that's where I think that it's really exciting for us to just be in that community together. And I'm just grateful that Tierra and Amanda took time to talk to me today about this. And I think that Braxton is coming back. And I need you to ask. Can you do me a favor?
Not loud.
Well, I need your help. Can you help me out? Are you ready? So I want everybody who's going to be talking to us on the camera, they're they're looking to us to learn about the mansion project. I know you don't know what that is, but all I want you to do is sit and hang out with us while we say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah.
Can you?
Is that cool?
And not play on your phone?
Can you pause it?
We want you to be with us.
Look at that.
Nice.
Good job.
Community.
I want to put it over here.
Thank you.
Sounds great.
What that guy have in there?
It's just some
Candy that is fun.
yeah.
I want candy.
It's not fun candy.
It's
people candy.
So I really think that it's time to wrap this up in a way that like part of.
Yes, I have a little
Are you with us or what?
lip gloss on.
Are you with us or what?
It's my fault. I kissed him with my lipstick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mom's distracting you, huh? Huh?
Just wipe that off for you. All right.
We won't make this
Sit down.
long. Thank you guys for hanging out.
absolutely.
We're gonna have a wonderful day here in New York. The Mansion Project, the way that we have it structured is there is a Patreon that exists. We ask people to join it at $5 a month. That's simply to divest from Facebook and Instagram so that when you get access to this content, with Tierra, Amanda, myself, Braxton, you're supporting our community of creators and business owners who are making this content online. No pressure to support, but that again gets you access to having spaces like this and a network of people that want to make it happen all over the country. Braxton's over it because we obviously need to go play video games. So, signing off. It's me, Brogan, a non-binary American that uses pronouns both he and she.
Braxton, my mom and Amanda.
Wow. Okay.
Thanks for the sign off.
We will know your name in the space.
Bye everybody.
Bye.